Okay, good morning. Happy Wednesday, Teresa.
Happy Wednesday to you.
How's
Yeah,
everything?
that's great. I know. I've missed being here, honestly.
I know yesterday was the first time in a couple of weeks with Megan for Money Talk Tuesday, and today we're on Website Wednesday. And yeah, I'm happy to be back. It kind of like anchors my day, I feel like when I commit to going live, then I know that it starts my day off right.
Yes, absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
Good to
So,
have that connection and the conversation. So, all right. So, I love this topic and I can't wait to hear because I read constantly, right? Like you, we get tons of marketing notifications and you should be doing this and you should be doing that. And oh my God, when it comes to websites and web design, there's so many like lies and damn lies, as you say.
yeah.
So tell us, what should we do with all this information we're getting bombarded with all the time?
Well, and that's just it. In this DIY world we live in, that do-it-yourself aspect, there are experts all over the place of people who think they know what they're talking about when it comes to website design. Like how many times, I mean, I'm a web designer and I will have people say, oh, my brother's boyfriend's college roommate told me all about website design. I'm an expert, or, one that really cracked me up was when somebody was like, I just built one on my iPhone and it's perfect. And I'm like, it's not. It's really not. And so that's why I thought we would talk about this today, because there's so many lies and we spin in circles trying to figure out, where do we invest our time? Where do we invest our money? And a good, solid website is an investment in your business, in your future. And not everything that people say should be even listened to. So that's why I thought we would talk. And I actually have 8 lies that I hear on a fairly regular basis or read in Facebook groups and stuff like that. So I wanted to touch base on those. So we'll go ahead and dive in. If you're ready?
Yeah, let's go. Number one, I have my pen ready too because I'm learning something right here, right now, everyone. So get your pen and paper out, right? The lies and damn lies about your web design. All right, go ahead.
So the first two kind of go hand in hand, but they contradict each other a little bit, but it's real. So the first one here is blogging is dead. I see ads all the time in my news feed saying, never write another blog. Blogging is dead. Blogging is not going to help you build your business. Lotta. It's a bunch of stuff. But here's the thing. Blogging is an incredible, amazing tool. It can help you connect with your dream customers. It can share your expertise. It can drive traffic to your website. It can boost your SEO. It can do all these wonderful things. But relevancy matters. So what they really should say is the boring blogs that just rambled on forever, like if you're wanting to, tell me how to make the best Spanish rice in the world, I don't care about your drive to the farmer's market. Get to the point. Be relevant. Relevant blogs that offer incredible value right up the bat, hands down, are going to help you no matter what.
Google loves blog.
Yes.
Google loves blogging. Everyone, Google loves blogging. So if you're complaining your website's not being found, blogging is a great option to help Google find you.
It is a great option. But then that leads us into number 2 is you don't have to blog. If you struggle with blogging, if you are spending hours blogging and coming up with 300 words of blah, you're not helping yourself. You'd be better off to not blog. You've got to be value. It's got to offer value, education, entertainment, something immediate tidbit that I can take away. Going back to that Spanish rice, when you tell me how to make the best Spanish rice in the world, I just got incredible value. When you tell me with a little bit of humor, I got value, and, in education and entertainment. When you talk about buying tomatoes,
right. Unless I'm trying to figure out how to buy tomatoes, I don't need to hear about your buying of tomatoes. Exactly. But I will tell you, when you're saying, and I know number 1 was blogging is dead, is not true. Mm-hmm. And number 2 is that you don't have to blog. The first thing I say is, as a business coach, I'm going to be like, you know what? We need to raise your prices, make you more profitable so that you can hire someone to write a couple of blogs for you. Because I think blogging is important.
Blogging is important, but if you're just starting off
True.
And you don't have that in your wheelhouse to hire somebody, and it is taking 5, 6, because I've known people to spend an entire day trying to blog. Hell, there's been times I've had writer's block and have, gotten stuck in that. It's not paying the bills. It's not bringing in money. Table it for a month, come back to it. Find somebody to barter with. Find another way to bring in blogs, or get some inspiration. And we'll talk about some blogging inspiration here in some of our upcoming ones, because there's a lot of value people can offer. Blogging is not near as hard as you think. But if you're producing crap, don't blog.
True. And if it's locking you up so terribly that it's ruining your life and your emotions to drive your business in other ways, then let it go for now.
Let it go. And I'll tell you, almost all of my clients, I've always said the same thing. When you're ready, you're going to blog. And I've had most of my clients say, I'm never going to blog. And I have one now, she's writing for magazines.
Isn't that incredible? I get I'm never going to do video. And then guess what? Yep. Right. So, all right. Number 3.
Okay. Number 3. With our design tools, you can launch your website in hours. And we have talked about this one before. That is not ever going to happen. If you see an ad that says launch your website in hours, run as fast as you can away from that, because it's not true. A website that supports you, your business, your goals, your growth, it takes thought and planning and strategy. It doesn't have to be the perfect design tools, but it does take time to think and plan it out. And you're not going to have a website in hours that just brings all this business to you.
Yeah. And I even get emails that say, listen, you're my web designer. My website's fabulous. And I get web emails that say, we've just reviewed your website and we would like to redo it. And within 24 to 48 hours, you're going to have a website that's just driving a ton of high-end clients. And I'm like, okay, delete. Like, I don't even answer those stupid emails that people get.
Yep. And I get them. I mean, I'm a web designer. They emailed Teresa at Web Designs by Teresa, and they're saying they want to redo my website. They're garbage. They're spam. Spam. All right. So then number 4, all you need is a smartphone to design a great website. And honestly, there's not really a whole lot to say about this. I mean, have you ever seen a website built on a smartphone? It's not good. It's not pretty. And any web designer, even the lower end that's just starting off, that's, out there trying to build their business doing any means possible, is not going to build you one on an iPhone. No, don't do it. And I will say, I did try once. I found a tool. I was curious. I was having a glass of wine. It was a little quiet evening at home, and no. And it was just one glass of wine. So that's not why the website was good. Let's get it out there.
Oh, funny. All right. So do not build a website off of your smartphone and think it's going to be fabulous.
Yeah, no, just don't do it. Get a computer, borrow one at the library. I don't know, but you need a computer. Okay. Number 5, the more words, the better. People want relevancy, and that's what Google is looking at. People are always like, well, what word count should I have? And while there's guidelines for word count, it's relevancy that matters. Can people understand what you're saying? And so really stop thinking and stressing and worrying about word count, and make sure that what you're sharing is relevant and just good, clear writing. When it comes to writing for your website, this is not where you want to try and be clever with metaphors. Get to the point, write clear, and make sure the content is relevant and has to do with the message you're sharing.
And we have talked about this ad nauseum. The people who try to get fancy wording, cutesy with their website, right? It's all about how relevant it is to your audience, to who you're going to want to attract. So important. We could just talk about that every single time. But
I know we could talk about that a lot. So, but we don't. Just watch some of the replays. Okay. So the number 6, put everything important above the fold.
That's a hard one.
That's a hard one, because as the business owner, we think everything is important. I have seen a website where, let's see, I have my notes here, where they try to put their life story, share their why, describe their services, offer up a freebie while driving people to YouTube all above the fold. That is all great stuff. It is great stuff, but that's not what is the most important thing. And people want to be able to digest what you're sharing with them. So get to the point. How can you make their life better? Give them a quick, easy call to action that they can take to start connecting with you. And how can they get in touch with you? Keep it simple. Don't
That
squish
above
it
the
up.
fold thing, Teresa, I have to tell you, haunts me as well, right? Haunts everybody because we've
It
heard
does.
that for so many years. Everything important is supposed to be above the fold. Like you said, everything feels important to us. Like, well, if someone wants to take my group program, that should be above the fold, the button. And then wait, what if someone just wants to talk to me? Well, that's really important too. That should be above the fold. Oh, wait, and all my free stuff and joining my group. I swear to God, I wanted above the fold to be all the buttons, but like, no, that's not going to work.
It's a tough one. But, and if you ever get caught in that trap, go look at like CNN or something. That website's so busy. There's so much flashing and jumping out at you. It is anxiety causing the minute you land on it. You don't want your clients to have anxiety, especially if you're wanting to prove to them that you can help them have a better life.
Yes. Okay. All right. That's number 6. Everything doesn't have to go above the fold.
Right. It does not. People are going to grasp it. And honestly, when you have a good, clean, clear message above the fold that grabs and connects with your dream customers, because that's who you're talking to. Not everybody, just those dream customers. They're going to be like, oh, they're going to feel comfortable and they're going to scroll, and they're going to click, and they're going to want to find more.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
okay.
All right. Number 7, white space is wasted space. Not true. That used to be this idea that you had every inch of white space on a screen. You want to just squeeze some kind of information into it and squish it all together. Don't squish it all together. Allow that white space to have. It doesn't have to be massive amounts, but you want a certain amount of space of some interesting images of something that's not word driven, because you want to give people a moment to pause and process what you're sharing with them. When you're telling them everything all in one big thing, it's overwhelming, and they're not going to get the message.
Yeah, so white space is good. And I think your point about the whole CNN website too, or the news outlet websites where they're just throwing stuff at you, it does. It causes your blood pressure to go up and your heart rate, and you're like, want to get off this as fast as possible or find what I'm looking for as fast as possible rather than just enjoying and absorbing. I love that.
Right. And when we go to a news site, we expect to be slightly overwhelmed. But when we're looking for a new health coach or an interior designer, somebody who's going to simplify and make our lives feel better, we don't want to be overwhelmed right away. We want
Yes, I love this. I can do this for you, that for you, this for you, that. Choose this, right? It's just too much. I love Virginia is so nicely highlighting each of your tips. Thank you, Virginia. This is actually so helpful even to me, right? Yeah, it's fabulous. And I love the ones that she's picking up on, right? The relevancy matters. White space is good. Don't shove everything in. All right. Last but not least, what's number 8?
Achieve overnight success with our tools, our designs, our whatever.
When you get an email like that or an ad like that,
delete it, scroll, get away from it. Overnight success is one of those crazy elusive things like unicorns and Hogwarts. I mean, like, it really doesn't exist. It's not going to happen. And if you listen to anyone that talks about overnight success, it doesn't happen overnight. It's incremental changes. I'm reading the book Atomic Habits right now. And one of the quotes that I really like is, success is the product of daily habits, not a once in a lifetime transformation.
Absolutely. We're in the process of putting together a blog of I think it's my 11 or 12 favorite books. And as I was summarizing my biggest takeaways for my blog, I thought, oh my God, I have to read these all again. It's so good. And it's basically because no matter how well read we are and how educated we are in our fields, we always need that reinforcement that this is not going to happen overnight. And I don't know, you probably get the same thing with your clients as I get with my clients, and a lot of our clients are the same. It's like, but when's it going to happen? It's like, okay, you just hired me last week, and like, you got to give me some time to help you get through the stages, right? So a website has stages to develop it into something really fabulous, just like a full business.
It does. Exactly. It has stages, and nobody can give you overnight success. You are the driver of your own success, nothing else. It doesn't matter what the promises are. You're the one who's going to achieve it.
Yep. And when you look back, you may feel, or some people may feel, you were an overnight success, but they don't know all the stories all the time, right?
No, and that's just it. I mean, I've had people tell me like, well, oh, it just came easy to you. I have made so many mistakes, had so many failed business things that I have tried. I mean, like, the only difference I would say is that I was like, well, that didn't work. Let me try something else. I mean, there's so many things that did not work out. It's not.
But it doesn't have to be your website if you listen to Teresa and these 8 lies and damn lies about web design. So if you just tuned in, go back and listen and write them all down. I just wrote down all of them, and Virginia absolutely has highlighted them for you. Thank you, Virginia.
Oh, yes. Oh, and she wants to repeat the whole quote. Okay, so it's success is the product of daily habits, not once in a lifetime transformations. There you go, Virginia. Atomic Habits by James Clear. Fabulous book. If you've not read it, I highly recommend it. I read it when it came out, and I'm re-listening to it right now. So
I'm going to write that one down too. I have not read that one yet, although my list is crazy of what I have read. It's important to keep learning all the time.
It is.
I have put it back into my morning routine, the daily reading that I gave up for a while. And I'm like, why did I give that up? It actually drives my energy, drives my focus, and it's so important. So thank you, Teresa, for being here every Wednesday for Website Wednesday. And then we're alternating still with Wisdom Wednesday, which I think is a great topic for Teresa and I, because Teresa is not only a web designer, she used to be a life coach. Right. So these Wisdom Wednesdays that we do every other are really always interesting conversation as well. Maybe we should talk about some books one time.
Oh, I think that'd be a great idea, because I know we both have a long list, and
oh my God. Yeah, I actually, and this is what I use sometimes to give my Voxer morning messages to my clients. I give them a little inspirational message a couple of times a week, and I use the books, and I'll open up a page and I'll like reread it, and I'll go, yeah, somebody needs to hear this today. And I will, regurgitate it in my own language. So it's a great thing to do. So yeah, great idea. Book talk. We should do that. We should do a book talk. Okay. So we're actually trying to do better at planning our talks in advance. So maybe next time we plan in October, November, December, maybe we'll throw in a book talk or two.
It's a good idea.
It's a good idea, right? All right. All right, everyone. Go have a great Wednesday. Thank you for being here, Teresa. If you need a fabulous web designer because you're sick of trying to do it yourself and it coming out shitty over and over again, because that's sometimes what happens. I did my own websites. My first 2 websites I did on my own. I thought they were fabulous, but they really weren't.
Yeah. My first one was terrible too.
Yeah, it was terrible. It was terrible. So, all right, go have a great Wednesday. We'll see you next week. And I will see you tomorrow for one of my industry chats, which I'm excited about. Go have a great day.
All right. Bye, everyone.